I believe that this country at its inception was created so that all men would be free. They tried to reach out to the slave owners by saying, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, which include life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I believe when they wrote that, they were reaching out to the slave owners, trying to appeal to their human nature that men should not enslave men. They couldn't even get 2 colonies to sign the Declaration of Independence because they were accusing King George, the king, could be George, could be James, I'm not sure, but the king at that time of England accused him of owning slaves, and they wouldn't sign it. They had to take it out of there just so we could have a nation. And they left it to mature. But now it's time. Now it's time that we get rid of this mentality that the government is here to take care of you. That's not quite true. The federal government is here to take care of certain things that we, the people, put them in charge of, because we don't have time to do that. We're up here growing things, making things, creating a strong country. So, where am I going with this? When the government is afraid of its people, there's liberty. When the people are afraid of the government, there's tyranny. And anyone who gives up their freedom for safety deserves neither. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. Okay? I just came from a Democrat state that is completely surveilled, supposedly to keep them safe. And that the city I grew up in is more dangerous. It's more widespread with all their surveillance and government overreach. It's insane. And the people there, okay. They're like the frog in the pot. They slowly turned up the heat. They got their foot on their neck. Do what you're told. But that's not what the government is there for. The government is the people's servants. And it's up to the people to hold their government servants accountable. But we lost steps somewhere. And I know the black race got hoodwinked. I mean, I don't understand how any black person could be a Democrat. They were the ones that enslaved you, that refused to vote for any civil rights for you. And they only came after you, I mean, from the jump, all the way back down there. They started with propaganda to call your friends your enemy and your enemy your friend. That's narcissism 101. It's called gaslighting. It's called a narcissistic fog. It's called trauma bonding. To think that the one party that caused all this damage to the black race is the one party that's going to help them. If you don't start looking at the truth and let go of this root of bitterness that came from the unforgiveness, not that you didn't deserve to be angry, but none of us has suffered so much that we sweat drops of blood. I think we can let it go, because it only frees up you. They hoodwinked you by you putting your hand out. I mean, that's how come the servant in the house was so disliked. They ate good. They had a comfortable life as a slave. I don't want to be comfortable as a slave. America was not built for its people to be enslaved by its government. They stopped teaching the Constitution. Why? I really think the Bar Association had something to do with that. They certainly look like the ones against freedom, at least 5 years ago. Anyway, I think we're tougher than that. Let me tell you a story. My great-great-grandfather, I think it was great-great, could have been 3 greats, but I think it's only 2. My great-great-grandfather was born a slave, and on his 18th birthday, he ran away for his freedom. He was a brilliant man. I love his spunk. His name is Gabriel. He ran away, and there was this law that if a runaway slave was found in a free state, that they had to be returned. So instead of being found in a free state, he joined the Navy. Ha ha! That was pretty smart. Pretty smart. So he did that, and he got out. When he got out, that law was overturned, and he was a free man. That's what I'm talking about. We were not meant to be slaves. I love his moxie. I eat it up. We're about to be free. For real. We gotta know how to take care of ourselves. I'll say it every day. A republic, if you can keep it.